and one of them, like I guess they both wanted to go throw their lunch out together. And the first one threw his lunch out and vomited all over the place, and the second twin walked into the vomit and fell into the vomit.
What?
It's like a Looney Tunes skit.
It seriously is.
What the?
Damn, twins sketch me out.
Yeah.
I wish I had a. I wish
That's
I had
a rule, like,
slide
no
whistle
twins for you?
just for that.
Like, what are you up to?
Like twins? No, I mean honestly, my mom has an identical twin, but like
Okay.
I don't know. That's like horror movie shit. If they
That
look
scares
too
you?
alike,
Yeah.
I'm
Like
just
The Shining?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like,
Okay.
whoa.
Yeah. I feel that.
So your aunt looks exactly like your mom to an extent.
Yeah, my mom's honestly a triplet, so the third one doesn't look that much like them.
Jeez.
Oh.
Okay.
But like the other two look identical.
Yeah.
Does that make the third one feel like
Left out. Or
Honestly,
left out,
special.
not left out? Like I just got like what was left over. Like,
Dude, for real, honestly, I feel like because she like did the most with her life out
really?
of
She
the
had to
other
make
two.
up for
yeah,
it.
Okay.
she like had to overcompensate. Yeah,
Really?
Well, yeah, that's the
Aw.
one that's always like left
Shout out to
by
my Aunt
themselves.
Nancy.
Yeah. Aw,
Fuck
Aunt
yeah.
Nancy.
Aunt Nancy,
Fuck
yo.
yeah, Aunt Nancy.
Hell yeah, I love my Aunt Nancy.
Shout out. She sounds like a real one.
Hell yeah, she helped me with the clothing I make and stuff like that because she was a private tailor in New York City. So
Please.
Oh, yeah.
speak
Let's
on
talk about that.
hell yeah,
That I want to hear about.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, she was a private tailor in New York City, working in like the 80s and 90s and stuff. So like when I started getting into making clothes and whatnot, I would always go right to her house in Long Island and ask her like, "What do you think about this? What do you think about that?" Because she has like a, I guess like
Good
a,
eye for it.
exactly, yeah, like an expert level opinion
Mhm.
on it. And she would be
Mhm.
honest with me too. She'd be like, "Oh, John, you can't make that. That looks weird." And at first, I was just making graphics because like my older brother, I guess we could run it all the way back. My older brother growing up was like a drummer and like loved hardcore music and shit. And I was like playing bass, wanted to be like, I don't know. Do you guys have older brothers?
I'm the only child.
Oh wow, but like I don't know. I was
Yeah,
just
you
growing
want to
up-
be them.
I want to be my
I
older
was like
brother
that with
so
my
bad.
older
Yeah.
sister. Same thing.
Hell yeah, my brother
yeah.
was like getting pussy, playing in the drums,
Fuck
and like it was so
yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
I was just like this pudgy fat kid playing StarCraft. I was like, come on, I want to be you. But like I would just
Yeah.
always see him go to like hardcore shows and the graphics. So like that's how kind of how I got into like making clothes, like seeing all the cool ass graphics from like Warped Tour and all the shows he would
Okay.
go to and shit like that.
How old are you?
I'm 27, just turned
Okay.
27. Yeah.
Yeah, so like we're like kind of right in the cusp of like growing up when graphic designing it was just like in a big boom.
Hell yeah. Especially when I was younger, like I remember my brother had this.
Photoshop classes in high school, like that was just the beginning, you know.
Oh, I was a
like,
piece of shit in high school. but,
Yeah,
like,
I didn't know any of that. Like,
Yeah,
but,
hell
and I
no.
still don't. But
Yeah.
at this point, now, like, I was typing up an email the other day, and I realized, like, I'm just like looking around the room, typing, and I'm like, yeah, remember like in high school where they had like those or middle school or whatever.
The blinders where you
Yeah,
had
they
to
had the
type without
covers over the
looking.
keyboard. They
Yeah.
had
covers over
yes.
keyboards.
Yeah.
And there was like an efficiency, like
Yep.
computer test, and so it's like literally programming
Yeah.
children.
It
like
was
just
really
like
scary.
No,
really.
honestly, that triggered a
You had
memory.
to
We
do
had
that.
an orange
Yep.
one.
Yep.
And we
Yeah.
would have to type how many words a minute.
There was like sentences you had to say like the brown dog, blah blah blah,
But you
and like
don't
over and
see the
over.
keys?
You
No,
couldn't
it's
see
just
it.
like a condom
there's like
for
a
the keyboard.
placement, like there's bumps where you put your placement keys, like your fingers,
Mhm.
and then they tell you to go either reach up with your middle finger or down for
Yeah.
like these other keys to know the movements of the
Mhm.
letters.
They've
don't
done
know how to
that.
type.
Dude, I forgot about that. What the fuck was that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Like,
real. It was
what?
like that was before
I
CERN
don't know how to
activated
type.
in 2012.
They did that forever though. Like think about in the 70s and 60s, all the typewriters, all that. That was like secretary school,
Yo,
and then
when
they
I-
made the kids
Like
do it.
learning cursive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was my shit.
I love
Really?
cursive.
Yo,
I love that. I
my
really like that.
handwriting,
Me too.
My handwriting is sick.
Honestly, I'm jealous.
I get complimented on my handwriting all the time.
Aw.
I would not expect you to have good. No offense,
Yeah,
but I would
no,
not
no.
expect you to like Declaration of Independence.
You should see
like-
his signature
He's
on the
got a
step and
quill.
repeat
Yeah, he's
outside, and then you can judge.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
I'm jealous. Anytime I see a sick signature, I'm
It's
like,
just,
fuck.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like a doctor.
I love that. It's a lost art. Kids don't even learn cursive anymore.
I
so
Hell no.
beautiful.
I loved like penmanship and weird,
Mhm.
odd shit. Like I was horrible at everything in school, everything, but the script and cursive stuff, I loved it.
I was really big into like physical, like drawing art. Like I would write, like
Oh, okay.
make comic books growing up. I
Oh,
would
that's
try
fire.
to draw like Dragon Ball Z characters all
Hell
day.
yeah.
I can't
Like-
draw a stick figure.
Same.
Yeah, same.
Like I got into what I liked way later after I graduated high school. In high school, I was just smoking weed, cutting class, being a dickhead. Like,
But you made it through it, right?
yeah, I somehow graduated.
I can't say that.
Yeah,
I made it
really.
through. I did 9th grade twice, and then I like right when 10th grade started, they were like, "Get the fuck out."
What'd you do?
I wasn't
fucking
going.
jerked everybody off in high school.
His right arm is huge.
Yeah, dude, I had powerful right. Just
He would like
combination of
write
not
cursive
going,
with it.
getting caught smoking weed. You know, my first year of 9th grade. This is how old I am. We were allowed to smoke cigarettes at school, but you had to do it like in the back,
The
not
courtyard.
in the front. Yeah,
They had a
there was a
section.
smoking court in our school.
Wow.
That's cool as hell,
My
honestly.
first year in 9th grade, you could smoke, and then they stopped it. That was the last year.
Yeah.
Shit. Like in high school, I was like right when Juul came out at the very end, like the Juuls, like those like little
See,
vape,
that
like
was never
USB
around.
things.
Yeah, we didn't have that.
So like they would crack down on you. Like if anyone hit that in class, instant detention, instant suspension,
One
shit
year,
like that.
we had in-school suspension, and just for a
Same, yeah.
number's sake, there's 100 days of school.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Spent 99 of them in
So you were like John Bender?
Yes.
Would they put you in a room with no
love
windows
it.
for the day?
No, there were windows in it, but there was like in a room all day with like 4 or 5 other bad kids.
That got in.
Really, only 4 or
yeah.
5. There was like a room of 8 for mine.
And you could either do your schoolwork, like the teacher would send an aide down to bring your work for the day,
In a manila folder.
or there was stacks of word search puzzle search words.
Mm-hmm.
I would do search words all day long and read High Times magazine.
You're like,
Doesn't
dude,
sound
in-school
bad.
suspension rocks.
Yeah, that's
It's fun
pretty
playing.
good.
I was brought up in ISS.
Yeah, for real. Damn.
not
Remember
good.
High Times?
I
Like,
never really
that's-
like watched. Like I
Really?
mean, like got into reading it.
You know what's crazy? My friend's oldest sister, she used to date a dude that worked for High Times.
Okay.
And this was in like 2012 when weed wasn't like it is now.
Yeah.
So it's like if you
yeah.
had a connect like that,
you
that's
could
how we were.
submit your grow on into high
Oh, dude,
times.
she like her and her my other friend's brother, they were like similar in age, both older than us. Like they would get us weed that was like unheard of.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And you just like hit it twice and just like
Yeah. yeah.
evaporate on the couch.
What is
like,
White Widow?
Literally.
You know?
See,
like-
so you guys don't know shit about like. I mean, I wouldn't say that. Like that sounded harsh, but like brick weed. Like
Oh, mids? Yeah, I got blessed. Yeah.
yeah, dude. Like you would get like 10 pounds for like just a couple grand, and it was just you gotta break it apart and pull the stems and seeds out. Trash.
Yeah.
And it didn't even get you
You
high.
never got to. You never had experience.
I was lucky. And even with bongs too. She would give us like $600, $500 bongs, and she like quit smoking. So we would just be like, all right, let's hit this shit.
Dude,
Like
I've been in the
15 years old,
trenches.
like, yeah, you
I've been
earned
in
your
the
stripes, man.
trenches, bro.
You
I got the silver
appreciate it.
spoon. I got the silver spoon of weed smoking. It's just
Yeah.
gnarly how fast that shit elevates. Like now,
Right.
weed is like buying like fucking
Wine.
yeah, literally, literally.
Yes.
And the packaging, it's so
Yeah,
quick. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
some of my graphic designer friends make like bags for like weed
Okay.
companies, and it's just like, dude, less than a decade ago, this was like a myth. Like like you couldn't imagine
Yeah.
it getting that
No, you
crazy.
said it right. It's a myth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like it's fucking gnarly. Even it's legal now in New Jersey. Like
So what's the deal? Does it depend on like county or like area that you're in if it's like probable cause to pull you over?
I think that's out the window.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought
You
too.
can have
'cause
4
I s-
ounces on you now.
across the board, right? Like state.
In New Jersey, yeah. In the state of New Jersey, you can have
Yeah.
4 ounces on you, up to a quarter pound.
But I
4
mean,
ounces.
there's probable cause to an extent. Like, if you're driving and you swerve, that's probable cause.
Well, that is, but I'm
Yeah.
just
You
don't
saying
put
just
your
because you
blinker
smell
on.
it. Like a cop can't walk by your car in a parking lot and be like, "Damn, that's dank."
I
And
grew up
wait
with
for
that.
you. You know what I mean?
If a cop walks by your car, I'm sorry, if
Mike,
a, co-
please, thank you.
sorry, boss, if a cop walks by your car and he smells it or you're burning, you can get a ticket because you're not allowed to smoke in your car. It's just like a drinking and driving kind of thing. That's how they're treating that.
What if I don't have my keys on me?
If your keys are not in the car, you're fine.
Anytime I smoke a joint, dropping
Mhm.
them outside.
Just
my
take
truck.
like 5 strides to the right.
Yeah.
It's not my car.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone that's ever gotten like arrested for being high and driving though. Like
No.
they say like DUIs, like driving under the influence.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Like they used to be like, oh, be careful driving high because you might get a DUI. But it's like I've only heard that for drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
same.
I've never
Same.
physically.
I think it's
don't-
called something else, like driving. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that's gotten
Right?
a driving
No.
while stoned ticket.
Nope.
Like, I don't.
If anything, you're more
Well, there was
focused.
no way
to,
of
like,
testing physically. Like,
Not
once
yet,
that
they're
comes out,
working on
fuck
it.
that dude who made
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like,
they're definitely working hard on that.
what flavor is that?
strawberry ice cream. Rip that shit.
Oh my god.
Rip that shit, bro.
Strawberry ice cream. Where do you get such a thing?
Honestly, at an undisclosed store because they can't sell them anymore. My friend sells
Okay.
them. Yeah, I did like a T-shirt line for this store and for his like convenience store. And since I like did it for free, he's like, "Yo, I'll sell you the vape super cheap because we can't sell the flavored ones anymore." I really just hit this shit because I smoked so much weed nonstop that like
You need
I'm like
something.
I'm like addicted
Habit.
to the act of smoking something. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
same.
Yeah.
So it's just like
And then you get your fucking dry throat
yeah,
at the end of the night. Like if you rip on them, like I'm an addict, bro.
you can keep hitting this.
No, thank you.
Oh, all
I
right.
need
yeah.
to stop smoking cigarettes.
I've
Yeah,
I've
you
been
do.
strict on my diet. I feel fantastic.
Hell yeah.
So if I can have control of like how I eat and like what I'm doing actively, now it's time to just like take control of like my smoking.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Do
a
you
mind
smoke cigs
thing.
too or no?
No, I don't
Oh,
smoke
just weed?
cigarettes anymore. I did, I did,
Yeah.
and it took me like over 6 months to stop.
Yeah.
And then I immediately just went like I was smoking cigarettes, I was smoking vapes, and I was smoking weed all at once.
Ugh.
That's a lot.
That's so much.
I
So
just
much.
alternated
all three
oxygen.
at once, like
No, like I just alternated. I'd put the joint out, hit the vape, put the vape out, like down, light a cigarette.
Oh my
it's
god.
like a fucking juggling of
Yeah.
smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I was
gnarly.
so stressed out. Like I had so much going on. Like
That didn't mess up your stomach a little bit?
I'm
All
sure
that
everything
different-
did.
yeah.
My life is like.
Would you go up the stairs and be like,
See, you would think so, cardio wise.
well, what?
At-
Do you
at
play in a
the
band or
time,
something? Is that why you said
uh,
you made road gear?
No, so I own a production company.
Oh, okay, okay. okay.
We do a ton of different things. We can talk
Oh,
after about
okay,
that
okay,
stuff too.
okay.
But it kind of like incorporates in the podcast world, you know.
Yeah.
Like how do we set up the cameras to both
Oh,
TVs
okay.
or like wire the microphones or make
Yeah.
it sound decent, you know?
Yeah, because this setup is fucking sick.
Thanks,
Like,
man.
That's awesome.
You could see it in 3D on our episode with DC in the city.
Mhm.
Like we do a setup for virtual reality, and Chris and I, like I'm jerking everything off VR wise.
He's
And then
running
Chris
around
is,
the
like,
metaverse.
trying
All you
to,
see
like,
is him
climb
jerking
stairs.
everything off.
Yeah, Chris is
Yeah.
trying to explore, and Ryan's
On the news
like,
the next day, they're like, this random guy in the metaverse was trying to jerk off a bunch
fucking
of
broke into
people.
the metal White House, fucking naked, and was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah. Have you done VR?
We just did.
That was our first,
Yeah.
that
first
was
time.
my first.
2 weeks ago, I guess.
That was actually
yeah.
my second time. The first
Mhm.
time.
Banksy exhibit.
Yeah, I went to
when we
the
did that.
Banksy exhibit, and there was like this weird. You put on VR, and dude,
It
was
bugs you out,
wild.
right?
Dude,
It was
I,
It was
crazy.
cool as shit.
I kind of
It was
want to live
cool.
in the metaverse, like.
I don't
too.
know.
Word. That's sick though.
Like if
That's
there's-
hard.
Yeah, like if there's a way, like when I die, that you can make me live in the metaverse.
All right, so get this. I've really been thinking about it. There's a way where, like, if you just lay in bed and they have, like, a general line, like how they have, like, sewers and water lines to every home, they just need a general host nutrients line, right? And then you just, like,
Are you
get
really?
injected with these tubes into your host body, and then your everything is just, like, digital.
Why would you want to do that?
I'm just saying, it'd make a good movie, you know?
That's
Yeah.
like Ready Player One. You ever see that movie?
No.
Sick fucking
Oh,
movie.
Yes, I have.
Hell
And
yeah.
like it was like the video game one, right? Where
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have the
yeah.
characters and like they're like in the game.
Everybody-
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The
movie.
kid's broke as hell, but then he just goes in the game and they're killing it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That's coming though. Like someone definitely just gonna put an IV in their arm and just put the
Mhm.
goggles on and just live in like porn reality,
Yeah.
or just jerk everyone off like you guys did.
Yeah.
well, Ryan.
I do not do the jerking.
I'll virtually jerk you off for cash.
Yo.
It's not my my
I'll
hand.
just run
It's
around
not.
and like explore your world and probably steal shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be a virtual pirate. You want to be pirates?
Yeah, I want to smoke virtual drugs.
I
Like,
tried.
wanna do all
I
that shit.
They
It
had, like,
works. You
virtual
feel you're like, whoa, what
cigarettes.
the fuck?
Dude,
That'd be
that
hilarious.
is
Yeah.
something else.
That'd be funny
Like,
as hell.
yeah, GTA just blurs your vision for a minute. Like
Mm. That'd be
Dude,
cool.
yeah.
programmers, if you want some high insight.
Don't they have things like that for like if they're trying to show you what it would feel like if you were driving drunk, they used to have like
Those
goggles that
goggles,
you
yeah,
would
but
put
they're
on.
like
Remember that in
never-
high school? You
never
took
accurate.
the test.
Yeah.
Nah, see, no, I don't remember any of that.
What do you mean in the test?
Like they brought us out during our gym class, and we had to put on like drunk goggles and
It's
drive
like a
on,
field test, right?
Yeah.
Or dude, we would drive in a golf cart and like have to go through the cones.
Yes, I do remember.
Me and my
that.
friends were whipping that shit. We were like, we have too much experience with this.
Yeah,
Come on now.
yeah.
And our
sounds
teacher
like-
was like, "How are you guys so good at this?"
It
Yeah.
sounds like a white privilege school, if you ask me.
I
It
don't
was.
think we did
It
that.
was.
He said it was.
was.
Yeah.
It was.
Same, if I'm gonna be real.
We
It was.
we didn't
Not
do
gonna lie
that.
to you.
I went to Matt.
We had
was.
iPads,
I went to
right?
hella-
Like or
hella
laptops
public
at least.
school. Like,
I mean, you guys were smoking Marlboros your
Yeah, we
freshman
were.
year.
Camels.
I
And
was
what's funny is it
I
was
was rolling
Camel
American
25s. There was
spirits.
25 cigarettes in the pack of Camels. Camel
Damn.
25s.
I was on the corner and I would roll American Spirits with my buddy Chester.
Oh my god.
Right? It was so.
Shout out to Chester.
Yeah, shout out to Chester. I don't even know if he watches. I haven't spoke to the kid in a while. He was like this younger like kid on the block.
Subscribe.
And
Where'd you go to high school?
It's Hums River North.
Oh, word. Okay. Okay.
So
word,
like
word.
yeah, it was like the I guess more upscale part of Tom's River. I didn't know that. I just like
Yeah.
moved there and I'm
Yeah.
living in my parents' house. Like you know what I mean.
I've always been white trash. I never went to fancy schools.
Me either.
But I would have to, like, I was so, like, within a half a mile, so I had to walk or, like, ride my bike, which that was cool. I loved that
Yeah.
freedom
Yeah.
because, like, I was a bad kid, so the principal knew me, and he would let me leave, and I would come back with, like, freshly grilled burgers for him, like, from my house because I just went home and I wanted to make something to eat.
Then you were so bad, he was like, honestly, fuck it. Go make me lunch.
No, he could, yeah, he
Make
could
me a
benefit
sandwich.
from it. You know what I mean? Like, smart guy.
Your principal was trying to fuck you.
Yo.
Seemed odd.
Nah.
It started with a couple burgers.
Yeah,
It really did.
your principal wanted you to suck his dick. For sure.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, never got that. But
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I went to a super white high school. We had like 8 black kids, a couple Indian kids, and then just the rest white as hell.
What? My high school was like the United Nations. We had
That's
everyone.
cooler though. Like,
Same. So like I transitioned in high school from New Egypt High School,
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
word, okay.
freshman, into sophomore year Toms River North. So little background: New Egypt's a small town in New Jersey, and it had like 500 kids in the entire school, where like Toms River had 500 kids per grade.
Yeah.
I didn't know where like everybody was just there at lunch. It was mixed like
Yeah.
grades and stuff. So
I heard New Egypt's got some inbred people. That's what I heard.
I
I heard.
wouldn't
That's what I heard.
say
friends.
anything. You know, it's probably possible.
I might get shot.
But just edit that out. That's cool.
Leave it.
Timestamp that.
Yeah. But moving in when I was in Toms River, the first table that I sat at was the pregnant Mexican girl table.
Oh, did they
So you
love
fit right in.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to talk to anybody. I was just like, leave me the fuck alone,
Yeah.
right? So I knew that there was going to be like a gap there, you know, and there was for a minute, but they just looked at me. They're like, and then just went about their shit.
Yeah.
And I didn't bother them. They
Did you
didn't
help them
bother
with their
me.
pregnancies?
No,
What's that
I didn't
called?
even know like until like I realized the one girl was pregnant in high school.
Aw.
That is a thing. Like pregnant Spanish chicks in high school.
Yeah.
That is a
Yeah,
clique.
it is. And like I was at the
It
table.
It is a click, you're right.
But they would all bring their food, like their
like
tamales
good food.
and
Ooh,
shit.
did you do good trades with them? Did you bring snacks and you were like,
yes.
I'll
We-
take one
dude.
of those?
It's true. I had the whitest high school ever, but like there was a bunch of Spanish chicks that were pregnant or had kids. Or even this white girl. This white girl was pregnant in our school and would smoke cigarettes while she was pregnant.
No,
my God, yeah.
that's
And my older
awful.
brother freaked out on her for smoking.
Yeah, and then
was
there
weird
was
that my
like the
brother did that.
football, basketball table, you know, and
Like
they
the
picked
goth
up
kids.
on me
Yeah.
like sitting with these Spanish chicks, and they're like, "Oh, who's this little white dude
With the Spanish
with
mommies.
the yeah?"
We were like, I'm the dad.
And I'm just like, I got all of this like credit that I didn't deserve,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, so then I'm hanging out with all the girls that are into that. You know what I mean? So that was cool for a little bit. And And then I was just like, who the hell am I? What am I doing with my life within
That's
a
what I'm
6-month
asking
span?
myself right now. Who the hell are you?
Yeah. And then I just found musicians and became like a.
I was gonna say
yeah,
I
found
used
music.
to eat in the band room or the chorus room or the art room. I did 1 year where I sat like in the lunchroom. Was over it.
That's so weird. I had to play sports in high school.
You had
Oop.
to?
Yeah, pretty much. Because I was like, not to sound like a loser, but like I was pretty athletic and tall. So
Yeah.
like,
Basketball?
yeah, basketball and football, and I hated that shit. I wanted to play in the band, or play in a. I was in a band. They're honestly still playing. I just stopped playing because I was
Did you feel
selling
forced?
weed. Yeah, kind of. It was mad annoying.
By who?
I guess like pressure from my
school or
family
your
and also the school, and also pressure on myself. Like I don't know, when you're young, you just want, I want people to like me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
this is the easiest route for people to like you. You know what I'm saying? So,
Did you play Yu-Gi-Oh?
come on now, come on,
I remember
man.
waking up and like watching WB11. You know, you
Hell
see
yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh on WB11 and the thing on his arm. Like,
I think I'm too old. I don't know what you're
Yu-Gi-Oh,
talking about.
dude. R.I.P. The creator of Yu-Gi-Oh just recently died snorkeling off the coast of Japan. R.I.P. him.
wow. How do you die snorkeling? Like you just run out of oxygen?
They just found his body.
You don't have
That's a
no
setup.
snorkeling. You don't use a
You lost a duel.
tank. You're just like on the top of the water. That's scuba
Snorkeling? Oh, yeah.
Damn, you think someone
diving
took him out?
Yeah. Playing.
Like someone clogged up the hole he was
Pokemon.
breathing from.
The Pokemon. Yo. Shit. I
You
might
heard
have to
it
look
right
into
here.
that.
Yeah.
I respect anime and all
I
that
can't
stuff.
get into it.
I just it's not for me, and I get why people like it. I don't know like
Who's the
Yu-Gi-Oh,
hottest
That's like way
Anime character to you?
I
I
can't.
couldn't tell you.
I don't even know any of the characters.
There's only one for me, and
I know
it's just the
nothing.
one and only.
Who?
If you can guess it, I'll
I
be
mean, there's
impressed.
so many. What show? Is it Misty from Pokemon?
All right, you got me. That's not it, but yeah, that's a good one. So,
But
like,
also her.
all right, yeah. So like Dragon Ball Z Bulma.
Wow, if you gave me the show, I would have got that.
Yeah,
That's
well,
fucked
it's the
up.
only one on. Like, I guess not, but like, yeah,
The reason I fucked with Yu-Gi-Oh is because the card game.
yeah,
Dude, me and my cousins would play. If
I
you
played.
lose, you give me your best card.
yeah. Of course.
How many times we fought over that shit?
Yeah.
Like, what? I beat you. Right? Just like, oh, damn. That shit's funny as hell.
John.
Yeah, I did Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments and stuff.
What?
Yeah,
Do you still have your cards?
locally. Nah, my mom like fucking threw them out.
Oh, damn, dude. You should have kept them.
I
would've bought them
wanted
off
to.
you.
I've had so many conversations with her about it, like about my Pokemon cards and my Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
The Yu-Gi or the Pokemon cards now are worth like thousands. If you have a first edition Pokemon card, that shit's worth like 10, 20
I had the
Gs.
original
It's
Charizard
ridiculous.
holographic, like mint condition. Everything was sleeved. You know, I had
And like that binder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. Because of COVID,
There.
reselling just got like so fucking popular. Like, if there was an old hobby that was cool in the 90s or early 2000s, you could just resell that shit for like 5
I
figures.
used to have mad starting lineup figures from the 80s.
What's that, like
Mm.
baseball?
The posable baseball figures,
Oh yeah.
baseball, football.
I guarantee you could sell those for a
I
lot
had-
right now.
They're gone, long gone, long gone. Like rookie baseball cards that I had when I was a kid, gone.
Yeah.
Dude, those kind of cards, literally because of COVID and everyone was inside, they were like, shit, what could we sell for money right now?
Yeah.
And it just like
I have
blew
weird
the fuck
shit
up.
that I don't think would be worth anything. I have Pogs. Remember those? And Slammers
Some of
and
them.
stuff.
It
I
depends
have like
on
the
which
O.J.
ones.
Simpson one.
That's
yeah.
probably
Where it
worth a
said
lot.
like guilty and not guilty when you
Oh
flipped it.
fuck.
Yeah.
When you fucked it?
When you flipped it.
Oh, I was like, what?
No.
The O.J. Simpson fuckable doll?
No.
That's probably
next
worth a
to the
lot,
Barbie.
ironically. Yeah. With the Barbie photo, with the Barbie porno photos. It's
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
it's funny
shit.
as hell.
That's wild. Imagine walking in
John.
on that as a parent.
Oh, well, thank
Shit.
God not.
What's up, Maria?
Can we talk about your time that you spent over
jail?
in Asia?
Never in
Online.
jail. The only time I got arrested, we can talk about Asia,
Yeah.
but the only time I got arrested, I was like 17, 16 with weed.
Okay.
And it wasn't that big of a deal because I was only 16. I only had like
Me
an ounce
too.
on me.
So,
Ounce and a
yeah.
half. I also had a scale,
Okay.
but it was
Mhm.
like. Also, what it was, my older brother was a psycho growing up. like super bad. Like would ride his dirt bike to school and shit like that, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, you're Richie's little brother." Like that's who I was in school. So she was so worried about him that I was just able to like finesse my way and just sell weed and not really get caught. But then one time she found my scale and all that shit. And then then I got arrested at like 16 for having like an ounce in a scale. Because dude, 2011, 2012, having an ounce of weed was like heroin.
Yeah, it was criminal as shit.
It's so fun. Like I feel old as shit now.
I know,
Like
right?
I see like 17-year-old kids smoking weed. I'm just like, dude, you have no idea. If your car smelled like weed and a cop pulled you over, it was game over.
You tell me, you say one more time you feel old, I might fight you.
I'm scared of you, low key. I'm scared of you, dude.
No.
No, I'm just messing. But yeah, I did live in Asia for a while.
Did
like,
you buy panties out of a
vending machines? Dude, that's super popular, but no, I didn't. When I was in Tokyo,
You saw them?
I was in Tokyo for a little bit, yeah, going on tour with my friend who's a DJ. But they have like a sex district, like right in the middle of like their city. Like this lady with a fucking kebab of meat came up to us. And she was like, blowjob, hand job, sex.
Why did she have a kebab of meat
She
in
was
her
eating
hand? Was she
lunch.
showing you what
She
would
was just
do
eating
with
it.
the
I just remember
meat?
distinctly that she was holding a kebab trying to get us to pay for sex and like
And they would
oral
just do
shit
it
like
right
that.
there.
No, there was like weird ass like carnival tents, like all white tops, but then
Carnival.
dude, it was so bizarre. They had like a board and it was like girls that definitely didn't work there, like smoking hot Japanese girls.
Of course, yeah.
I was too afraid to go back there. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Sounds like a horror story.
I would have been
For real,
That's
I was like,
probably where you get kidnapped.
Yeah, I think you
literally.
do.
But
You
I
know
was
what I mean?
training
Like
martial
sex
arts at the
traffic?
time. I was like, I wish one of these people would try and fucking kidnap me.
Good
It's
luck
just
with the
Arnold
Yakuza.
Schwarzenegger
Yeah,
pinning you
that's
down,
also true.
farting on your face.
Yeah, that shit was ridiculous. But then they had
true.
just like had all the payments up there. We tried convincing our friend's older brother to go in there because he was
What
just
is
like,
what is Japanese currency?
yeah,
Yen, right?
Yeah.
How many yen for a blowjob?
Fuck, I don't remember the prices. I just remember looking at the wall. I spent all my money. I'm not
Allegedly.
gonna lie. I just remember looking at the wall and being like, "There's no way all these girls work at this tent."
Did you get to pick, or was it just like a?
We were just Also, the kid was some of the kids I were with were like squares, like didn't smoke, didn't drink, like
Yeah.
were like I could tell like from their energy that they were weirded out being
So
there.
say you get this blowjob, or I'll beat your ass.
Shit, I wish I would have definitely gone for it.
Listen,
but, like,
aren't drugs like super sketchy over there?
hell yeah!
If
hell
you get
yeah.
caught, you get like who just somebody just got
Brittany Griner. Well, she's in Russia, but
yeah,
like,
Yeah.
she's fucked.
dude, I was when I was over in Taiwan, I was doing like graphic design and shit like that for this guy and like his record label. But I also got a side job at a nightclub because the owner was like good friends with the dude I was working for, and the dude I was working for, Kaku, was like, "Yo, I want you to work at this nightclub. You'll be able to meet people and like get your own social life because I'm gonna be gone touring." So I met these kids. And they would like smoke weed and shit like that. And they always asked me to hit it. And I was like, dude, fuck that. And eventually they had used this thing called Line. It's like iMessage, but it's
Okay.
like in a court of law, they can just pull up your Line messages. So it's like, yo, you got weed? Like, boom, done. And you can go to jail. And they met
it's
this
like a
dude,
government-owned app or something.
yeah, they met this dude in Singapore that got caught selling weed and just like, peace. Gone to jail for the rest of his life selling weed.
Yeah, I'd be
No
afraid in another
fucking
country
way,
of getting
dude.
arrested.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
even know.
Wait, you know
Nope.
somebody that was arrested
Well, I have third degree friends, I guess. Friend of a friend.
Friend of a friend, yeah.
for
Dude,
life for
that's
smoke for
scary
selling weed.
shit.
Yeah, fuck that.
Hell yeah. That shit was gnarly. I also took acid there. And like I thought it was gonna be shitty acid because I was like, oh, we're in Asia. It's not gonna be strong. I took it and I was just like,
Dead.
Saw dragons.
dude, literally. We were in the studio just like chilling and I was like, bro, this is so strong.
Nice.
That'd be
For real. We
fucking
went
gnarly.
for a walk, tried to go find a park, and just ended up at a construction site. It was just like the opposite, so
Yeah,
loud,
yeah.
people jackhammering, bright ass lights. You're like, oh, what the fuck? Run away.
No.
Just
Yeah.
ran back inside.
It's
Acid
happening.
Was my favorite.
Yeah, yo.
When I was younger, acid was definitely my favorite.
Hell yeah.
Loved it so much.
Yeah, that shit was strong. I just remember being like, whoa. I needed to have my bearings over there. Because when I first went over there, the dude, Kaku, was like, oh, people speak English. Don't worry about it. And I get there and just no one spoke English.
So did you have to learn another language? Like,
Dude, I had to download a Mandarin keyboard on my phone and use Google Translate. And then
Oh,
anytime
shit.
people
Aren't we
didn't know,
so
just
lucky
like, yeah, dude, I don't know how
that you
people in the
can do that?
80s or 70s traveled because, like,
Yeah.
They make
just,
earbuds now that translate for you. Like,
Yes.
that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
so in real time, like maybe like a couple of millisecond of a delay, but
What? I
Yes.
couldn't do that.
you could just listen. So you'd hear them speaking their language. You set it to whatever language.
They have it with like a camera too, where you can just like hold it up and it'll like change it in real time, like to what it
Subtitles?
says. Like you could hold up a newspaper and it'll change all the writing translating to English.
Technology scares me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Not in like a bad way, in a little bit of a bad way, but it's gonna get
Weird.
We're gonna get too big for our britches soon.
We already are.
That's the problem.
Dude,
the soon part is the problem because
Yeah.
shit's gonna be like next is gonna be like the Apple Lens where you just put your phone in your eye and you
Yep.
just see a fucking screen like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they've been
Augmented.
developing the fucking chip.
Yeah, you just get chips
swipe.
implanted in each finger,
You
so
can-
it's like motion, like how they have like your joystick for VR.
Yeah.
What?
Or do you remember the Google Glass? The
Yes,
glasses.
yeah.
Yeah.
Those were like 15 years too early.
Yep.
Yeah, for real.
Like if those dropped in a couple years, I guarantee you everyone would get a pair.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
now we're so used to like filming other people and filming shit. That was before social media was big. So if you walked around with a camera lens on your face,
You were
they were just
weird.
like, "Yo, chill, don't film me."
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Now it's
yeah.
like so fucking
Everyone
common.
wants to be on film.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone
right?
wants to be on your video. It's like
How weird is that? Like it used to just be like, "Yo, don't film me," but now it's like
They
flipped
want to be
itself.
on it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
weird.
oh, you're making a YouTube video?
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
So stupid. But I get it.
Just because I guess it's new. People want to experience new
Yeah,
shit. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And also, a lot of people are lost, man. Like they don't have like purpose in their regular life, so they're like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna put
Like
on
a
this."
real identity.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put on this fucking VR headset, and now I'm like a purple dragon or some
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
don't get me wrong. I wouldn't mind being a purple.
I'm a
dragon.
I'm a virtual cat walking around
Yeah.
cat world.
Yeah, it's scary though because it's not gonna stop, and it's only going faster.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, it is.
I
Yeah.
do believe robots will overtake us soon.
Hell yeah.
They're gonna totally.
We keep
enslave
saying
us.
it, so it's gonna happen. That's just really
For
how it
sure.
is.
I
We're
saw a
gonna
thing-
create it like
I'm gonna
ourselves.
totally sell the humans out so hard.
I'm not coming to you in the world. Ends.
Why?
Yeah.
He lives right over there.
You're gonna.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like a human smuggler working for
Yeah,
like a
right?
robot.
I'm a
lord.
robot. It's like trying to convince him you're a robot.
He's just gonna get like parts of him removed, so he blends in with
That would
robot
be sick though.
hands.
Yeah,
That would be
Like
sick,
a
though.
hybrid.
Yep.
I mean,
Transhumanism or whatever
a
it's
quarter
called.
of my
Yeah,
back is
transhuman.
already metal, so
Transhuman.
yeah,
They already have that, but different kind.
Trans robot.
Mhm.
Just like robot legs or like Jax from Mortal Kombat.
There's this one
That'd be
thing
sick.
on
Boxing
on
with that?
Netflix, and it's like a cartoon
Yeah.
made by the same people that do like Brickleberry and all that. And
Tosh.
yeah, so there's another cartoon, and it's kind of like similar to Rick and Morty ish, you know.
Okay.
The one guy is like all robot except for the last human part was his dick,
Respect.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
and then he got it like then he just became all robot because he lost his dick somehow like in the season.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mm.
no spoiler.
Oh.
Whoops.
Well, you gotta watch
I'm gonna
it. Like
check
check
it
it out. Like it's
Cool.
I
What's
don't
it
know.
called?
You got me, but it's you'll know what
I
it
think
is.
I know what you're talking about. I
It
haven't
looks.
seen
It
it.
kind of remind. Yeah, it's wild looking. It's definitely like Rick and Morty, and then like all the other things I mentioned before.
Because Brickleberry was hilarious. I used to watch
It
that all the
was.
fucking
Fuck yeah.
time. I
This
just
is
love
like
so
a
funny.
million times better to me. 'Cause
Really?
that like their characters are more my thing.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah,
Like I used to grow up
Brickleberry's the
drawing
shit.
aliens. You know, I'd go to the library and find like how to draw books. That
Damn,
was
remember that?
how to draw
Like
books.
how to draw
I
books?
have
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
ton of those. Too.
Yeah. That's me at Scholastic Book Fair, drawing
Oh my
books.
god, I
and
love
Captain
book fairs
Underpants.
so much. Why don't they have those?
Because now you YouTube that.
No,
Yeah.
How to
I mean
draw.
I want a book fair for
Just the
adults.
smell of a book fair used to get me excited,
fucking
and
love
I was
it.
the poor kid, so I got discounted books.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's a real thing. I got discounted books at the book fair.
Oh my god, you get like goosebumps and all
Oh,
those.
yeah,
like,
I was dying.
I used to love the Goosebumps books.
Yeah.
I like the movies, like the shows.
Those used to bug me out as a kid.
They freaked me out. Yeah, I got a little spooked. Like the
Yeah.
mask, the
the
haunted
mask
mask.
one.
Yeah.
I have that on VHS.
Oh,
It's
sick.
a green tape.
Spooky.
Damn.
It's just like this isn't something that you've ever experienced, like
Book fairs? No.
book fairs.
You guys were smoking Camels.
Yeah.
Shrugged. Yeah, pretty much. You guys rolled up Camels with the Goosebumps paper.
I was too cool for the book fair.
Oh.
You didn't read anything as a kid? What'd you fuck with as a kid?
comic books.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
comic
Word.
books.
But I was like not into superheroes. I was into like the horror comic books, like shit like that.
Oh, okay.
Same, but I like.
Do you watch The
art
Boys? Do you ever
too.
watch that show?
I've seen it a few times. It was pretty cool.
Dude, yeah, that's a cool spin on superhero.
I didn't see like the whole first season. I just watched like a couple episodes.
I feel you. Yeah, that's a cool spin on superheroes because it's not like how Marvel or like other people do it, where it's like all like good and well. It like shows you like them fucking up, them having ego. It's sick. Do you fuck with The Watchmen?
Yes.
Loved it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I
Love
read
that
the
shit.
novel, like the graphic novel.
Yeah, I
and
love
saw
that
the
shit.
movie.
But it was weird. Like when I was young, I was like Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees. Those were like my heroes.
Yeah. Well, now I feel like you're gonna kill me, but yeah.
Nah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Same with me. I look like a weirdo. I have like Michael
Yeah, that
Myers all
was-
over my bedroom.
Yeah, that
Probably
was,
not
that was,
something
like,
a
my
guy wants to
childhood.
see.
Yeah, right. Walking in Maria's room and just like, yo, I gotta go to
There's
the bathroom
like
real quick.
masks and
Just run out. It's so weird how that shit became like mainstream though, like horror graphics and shit like that. Like I remember being as a kid and like Hot Topic, I'd go in, and it was just like it was kind of
I used to
popping,
work at Hot Topic.
but not that popular. You know what I'm saying? And then now like all that like horror graphic style, like 90s, like a lot of poppin' brands now would just like try and recreate 90s graphic styles and shit like that.
yeah.
It's just weird how like it just became popular, like band T-shirts and shit like that. Like I remember wearing
Well,
like Enter Shikari T-shirts to school.
I used to get high to enter Shikari in the woods, and like it would just be in the woods with all tint, and then we would just turn on the light in the car, and then everything else outside of the car just didn't exist anymore.
Enter Shikari is so fucking good.
Yeah, I
favorite
turn them
bands.
off all the time now, but for a while I loved them.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry you're not a winner.
I'm just not a fan anymore.
What?
I played it out to me. To me, it was just
really?
like a different type of stoner, Ryan. You know,
Oh, okay. I feel
I don't
you.
know. It brings back weird memories for me.
Oh, I feel that.
Yeah. So when you were in like Japan and stuff, like, what was your diet like consist of?
7-Eleven.
They sell
Well-
American food.
Well, no, honestly, they sold these like rice triangles. This was in Taipei in Taiwan.
Oh, okay.
They sold like these rice triangles, and it was like wrapped in seaweed. But like
Mhm.
for the first 2 months I was there, I thought the seaweed was trash, like plastic. So I'd open the plastic, take off the seaweed, and throw it out. And then my boss Kaku finally came back from tour and took us out. And he saw me buy one, and I was watching him eat it with the seaweed on. I was like, "Dude, no, that's trash." And he's like, "No, dude, it's seaweed. You're supposed to eat it with it on." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh wow!"
So you've just been eating rice.
So I was just eating like rice and fruit because I didn't trust anything else. I shit blood when I was there one time.
Oh
From
my god.
what?
Shit, I have good question. Like I don't know. I didn't trust a lot of the shit. A lot of the stuff they had there was gnarly, like coagulated blood rice patties.
Oh.
I've had stuff like that. Yeah.
And then it was also like the table manners were weird. I remember going out with like some of my friends and some of their female friends, and they were like pretty attractive girls, but they would like burp loud as hell at like the dinner
Doesn't that
table.
mean they like
Yeah,
it?
that's
It's
like
like a
a
custom.
compliment.
But it's
See,
like you hear that, and then when you see it in real time,
I would just like be like, put it to the test. Like,
Yeah,
how
burp
loud
louder.
can I burp?
Yeah.
Yo, get me all the seltzer water. Get me, I want, everything. And I'm like, super compliments to the chef. I'll fucking give you all the shit.
he wants to hear that shit echo from the
Yeah.
kitchen.
What
you
happens
know?
if I fart? Is that like extra thanks?
It's
Like,
a free meal.
Yeah. Fuck, sweet.
Like, that's like kissing your fingers. Like,
Mm, yeah.
Was it a lot of like seafood and stuff, or what? Like,
yeah,
what was the
some seafood,
diet?
and it was also like a lot of like broth based like.
Oh, I can fuck with some like ramen.
Yeah, exactly, like ramen,
Ramen.
stuff
Yeah.
like that, and
That's
they would just
awesome.
have
Down
like
with that.
a heated plate in the middle, and you would just have a bowl, and they would bring you like frozen meats and pastas.
Oh,
yeah,
Did you ever eat like a
yes.
fermented egg?
Oh,
I think,
it's so
yeah,
good. Yeah.
I've
that
never
is
had
pretty
that.
good.
I want to check that out.
Yeah, they also had like
yeah.
chicken feet that were like boiled,
I've had
Ooh,
chicken
I've
feet.
tried that, and
and you would just suck the bone or suck the
Yeah,
meat off
you
the
ever
bone.
go to
yeah.
like dim sum around here? I try all
Exactly.
that shit. I didn't even know what it was. They just stamped my card. I was like, I'll take it.
Yeah, that shit's pretty good.
Suck
honestly.
chicken toes, bro.
You gotta try everything. Gotta.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
I try a lot of things. I've eaten alligator balls.
How was
I
that?
would try
Delicious, actually.
Really?
Tastes like a chorizo almost, like
Hmm.
but like meat. Like I had like it was like a meatball. So it was
Yeah.
like a dry, like not dry, but not like ground beef, like or a mix of
Where'd you have that?
Knights of Columbus.
What?
They had like a wild game fest.
Well, like the cult
What?
people that run
I
the
wanna go to
churches.
this.
Basically, yeah.
What?
Yeah, my grandfather was a member.
My uncle is, and now I'm going to ask
Yeah.
about this.
Mhm.
I feel like they're a
Let's
cult.
go.
Knights of
Why?
Columbus.
It's definitely a religious thing.
It's
like,
not awful. It's like an American Legion with like a little
It's a,
twist
it's a
of
bunch
like
of like
Catholic. It's nothing. They don't. I don't
yeah.
know. It's like a hangout. They just want to go and drink.
They
That's
don't
really
sound
what it is.
mobilized.
So for me, my experience with it was a bunch of guys that want to drink and have like a clubhouse.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
they all pay dues to pay for the rent,
Mm-hmm.
and then like they'll all like donate like times to like bartend or like
Mhm.
it'll be serve yourself, and they have like vending machines. You can host parties and rent out the hall.
Yep.
Like a members only like drinking spot. Like you all chip in to pay for this stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Legion's the same. I'm like in the women's auxiliary for the American Legion. We do the
Sounds
same
like
thing.
an old person thing.
It is. My
It's
grandma
an old
did
rich
it,
people
and I.
thing, I think.
No, it's military. So
Oh,
it was
yeah,
like
that's
if
true,
you
too.
had parents or grandparents in the military, then it was like to support the troops and stuff. So it was big like back in the day when
Like donations and stuff.
yeah, like I'm doing a mural at the one in Keyport soon.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
we had
logo
like
and-
Santa and stuff come, and like the Easter Bunny, and I just remember like hiding under the tables, like when they had all the adults were drinking.
Yeah. It's
It was
just
weird.
like a fun it's a fun clubhouse.
Any reason why you were hiding, or
Like I was just playing with a bunch of kids, probably trying to make
Oh.
out with some like girl my age at the time, you know.
oh yeah, I always felt like the name and the logo were like a cult. Knights of Columbus.
Like Illuminati.
I
yeah,
think that's
for
more
real.
like the masonry.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
like
I thought
the-
it was like on the same level. I was like, I don't know.
It's a
if
little
I fuck with
different than that. Yeah.
Kind of sus. Any secret society.
VFW, all those.
But if they're just
Yeah.
drinking, having fun, then I might join.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of fun, and
Yeah,
they're
no, I
really
would.
cheap drinks.
Where I had my first Slim Jim experience.
Yeah, and they have pull tabs and scratch offs and like
Yeah.
all this stuff. You can like
Mhm.
gamble while you're in there.
You could,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember just doing like scratching off all the tickets.
Hell yeah,
My grandfather's having like a Miller Lite for 25
Mhm.
cents.
yeah. I love being in those places. Such a dive bar, like total dive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Damn.
Chris feels so left out. You've been real quiet. Are you okay over there?
I'm good. Just taking
He's
it all
soaking
in.
it in.
You look like Skrillex. How mad are you at me? You
His
don't care?
glasses are fire.
You admit
Thank
it?
you.
Hell yeah. When'd you guys start this?
July 13th, 2020.
How long have you known each other?
2015?
2016.
How'd you meet?
I like that the
Sure.
roles have
Bar
reversed,
A.
and now John is the host.
You met at Bar A?
Yeah.
We had,
How?
we had to
We-
install a ceiling fan. We
We've-
both looked at each other, didn't know what we were doing. Said, let's go smoke a joint.
We threw the directions out and
This-
then had to go get them.
Sounds like a sitcom, like the opening pilot.
That's hilarious. I
This
need a
is
reenactment.
True story.
And how did Maria get on board?
She was a guest. And
Wow.
Yeah.
When she came on the show, it was our in-house producer's last day. So I had made a Facebook post that night looking for somebody, and she just messaged me and was like, I'll give it a shot.
I was like, I have no
Yes.
idea what I'm doing, but if you need
Let's do
help,
Look at my
That's
thumb
fine.
on camera.
That's
that's why I wanted to be a part of it.
for moments like that.
like this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want some of this or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this just like, are we like
Straight Espolón tequila.
Just neck it.
naked? Ugh.
Yeah.
Who are you right now?
Hell yeah.
I'm warm tequila drinking, Ryan.
I don't get to see that often.
Fire. No, it's really not that bad.
Tequila.
So a mutual friend of, I guess, a lot of people at Bar A, I won't name this or anything, but I guess the go-to shot is like Jameson for most people, like that are
Not
in
me.
the industry,
Nope.
because they think it's cool
Ugh.
and really it's trash.
Yeah.
Said what I said. So he was nice enough to buy me a shot while I was working. I was working at Spicy's the other night, and I
Oh.
almost got a ticket, except for the girl that was going to give me a ticket was the girl that works at my gym. My life is literally a simulation.
Oh my god.
Just people copy and paste in different places. Like I see the same cars with the same decals.
You own a gym or like work at a gym?
I attend a gym.
Oh, word. And she was a cop pulling you over?
And she was a cop that was about to get, or like I guess park security or something along those lines. And I was loading in for a gig, and some lady like obviously wanted to get out, but like you parked in the worst spot in the world. You know what I mean? So like, on you. And I'm legally allowed to unload. But the cops called. They were ready to give me a ticket because it was too long.
Wow.
Damn, so you do like stage production? Like setting up amps and shit like that?
Speakers, lights, TVs.
Damn.
Yeah, I feel like your worlds kind of might collide a little bit. the two
Video
of you.
walls.
For like venues and tours or just like
Yeah.
local spots?
Both.
What are some dope shows you've done?
I was monitor engineer for the band H.I.R at Starland Ballroom.
Starland's sick.
They kind of had it. Honestly, if I'm going to be honest, like honestly, if I'm going to be honest, it was pretty easy. They kind of have it set, and it was just like me monitoring the venue's equipment and not so much like theirs that they brought in.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just sitting there eating Jersey Shore barbecue. You were at that, right? Yeah, Chris showed up. He came and saw like Monitor World on the side stage, and then like they gave me they delivered Jersey Shore barbecue to the venue. So the lead singer of Avatar is screaming in my face, like with the microphone, like performing.
You're just chowing down
with
on
white
ribs.
ass eyes, like super tall, like gestured out, and I'm just chowing down. I have grease all over my face. I'm just like,
That's hilarious.
it was a fun job. But I've worked with like country bands. Like I've done a load in and load out for Zach Brown or Maroon 5 at PNC.
Oh, damn, that's pretty big.
Just like it's all union stuff, you know. So we don't really control like who comes in. It's just like these acts come in and work is supplied as laborers. Carpentry. There's a carpentry thing for like staging. You have to rig staging. There's riggers and climbers.
What
you
did
know,
you call me?
I knew you were gonna say that.
Edit that part out.
Keep it in there. See how the roles reverse now.
Yo.
But yeah, so it's just different skilled workers. So you come across like really cool people. Like this one girl, she was head of carpentry, and she was badass. At the time, I was like her work husband, and I show up and I'm like an hour late because I got like the parking lot mobbed a one way the wrong way. So like it totally fucked me to get in. And when I show up, she's like, "Of course it's you." Just like my work husband, just like late, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to make you work extra hard today.
Ooh, and you were like,
I was just like, you just want to watch look at me sweat. You know, I get it. You know? If you're watching this, shout out to you. You're the best like tour manager I've met ever. But she was cool. Like we just hung out and like talked. Like it wasn't anything weird. And she was talking about Universe 25 and how like these experiments on population control with rats and like look it up on your own time. Like honestly, like
I was gonna say, wait, I thought you guys were building stages.
We
and
were,
now
yeah. Now she's talking about like human population control and like where we're at in that stage and how.
Well,
the
shit, we
government,
need that. There's too many people on the planet.
Yeah, so if you want a little side quest in life, Universe 25.
Side quest.
Yeah.
choose your own.
Yeah. Choose your own. Like honestly, it's wild. Like the way they do it, they create this utopia of rats, and it's like the max capacity is X amount, but like over a 6-month period of time, like the rats start reproducing. Right? They started with like 2 or whatever it was, and then they started like doubling and tripling in size every day or like every so often. You know, however they measured it. I don't know the specifics, but it was like rapid. And then at a point, all the rats, like originally they were social and they ate together. They started like secluding themselves.
They started turning on
like
each
turning
other.
on each other, fighting each other.
Yeah, sounds
Wow.
Some turned like there was like homosexual tendencies in rats. Others were just like they were called like the pretty ones, and they would just like pamper themselves all day, and then they were like secluded themselves and just ate by themselves and didn't reproduce. They had no sexual interest. So they were just like living to be the best version of themselves and then just die.
So interesting.
And to the point where they all went extinct.
Wow. That's crazy.
What the fuck? Imagine being the scientist just watching this.
Yeah.
Imagine being a stagehand, and actually this was from
Imagine
Maroon.
building a speaker hearing this.
Yeah. This was from Maroon 5, and she was in like carpentry, right? So like we're putting cars and stuff together with LED DMX lights and stuff in them, and then she's like we're bringing in. They have actually like a tour case called the like poodle case, and it's full of these plastic, like probably 2.5 foot poodles that they put on stage. Like if you look up Maroon 5 PNC 2021 22, you'll see these poodles on stage.
Okay.
I've handled those poodles. Yeah, or like they have like these giant arches that all clamp together. Like, and I didn't build these. I had no part in anything other than being told what to do. Like, pretty hardcore. Like, just do this, and like if you're doing it wrong, you're getting yelled at. Respectfully, though,
Yeah.
it's like a woman trying to get like a group of men to listen to her and take her seriously.
Yeah.
So,
That's
like,
tough.
Yeah, she was like the boss. And like at that point, I was like, this is way too dangerous and expensive for me to want to fuck up. So we have like probably a group of 6 hands on us. Let's do it right. And like you hoist things up, put things on chains, like the climbers and everybody like secure all that and at the proper like mounting points and stuff like that. And then the motors bring up the pieces as you build them and put them together. So it's like really not a lot of labor.
It's
That's
so crazy.
intense, though.
Like people don't even recognize what goes into a show like that.
Mm-hmm.
What were your
don't.
shifts like 8 p.m. to 8 a.m.?
It'll be like 7 a.m. till like probably like 2, and then call
In the
time.
morning?
No, in the afternoon, and then you'd break, and then you'd come back for loadout, which is like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and you'd usually work till like midnight, 1, 2, somewhere around there, depending on.
Damn, that's a full ass day.
And it's a staff of like 300 plus people.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's a job you don't call out of, I feel like.
No.
Like you can't just like show up hungover and be like, oh, I'm not going to make it.
Worker bees, they need all
I mean,
of them.
Honestly, if you do, you just won't get the opportunity to work there again. So it's like a union. People like work hard. Like if you don't take your break, I've been yelled at for not wanting to take my break and work through because I'm like just having a good work flow.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, people have fought long and hard for you to take this break. You're taking this break.
You're going to Wawa. You're getting this up.
No, they have everything fully catered, dude. They have
Oh,
a
really?
catering room. You can sit, do whatever. They have waters, like food. They have vegetarian options, vegan options. Like
Oh, damn.
everything's catered. They take
then-
care of everything. For
And then you guys were talking about rats and
Yeah.
population control on
Yep.
the break.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Sometimes it's fun. You get left with, like, at the end of tours, like, cases of alcohol, like beer, like whiskey.
I've always been a shitty employee.
You?
Yeah.
That's not true. We loved you at the print shop.
I just stopped going, though. Anthony, I'm sorry. I love you.
He wants you back.
I know.
He wants you to stop and say hi at least.
No, trust me. He taught me everything I know about printing. It's crazy. That's how I got that job. I
Okay.
literally went in there because I was printing shirts for my boss in Taiwan. We were doing like a collab. I was going to make his merch.
John Collab.
So Anthony made them. And then the whole time I was like, dude, I'll work for free. Just teach me everything you know. Because like from training martial arts, I got like that. I'm just going to work my way from the bottom and go all the way up.
Mm-hmm.
So I just started working there. And then over time, I just started getting like more and more design jobs. And it just got too much to work there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a lot.
But like I never formally quit. I just stopped showing up.
No, you're okay.
I've done
No
that
hard
to a
feelings.
couple of jobs.
I've
They'll
done that
never
to
call
every
me
job.
back, though.
Like, I'm a dickhead with that shit. I don't know. I guess I'm like selfish in a way.
You just collabs.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's fucked
That
up.
should be your thing. You should be just collabs.
Yeah.
Just collabs.
At
Yeah.
just collabs.
Yeah.
But don't.
What was the worst job you guys had?
I'm currently at it.
Aw.
Is it this?
No, it's not this.
Yeah. I worked for my friend's mom got me a summer job working for the Rahway sewage department.
Oh.
Say less.
Mm. Mm-mm.
Okay, so you've seen some shit.
Yo.
Yeah, no pun.
I've been through some shit.
Yo,
Oh God.
And the dudes were gnarly. They were
human
weirdos.
fecal matter.
They would like watch porn on their lunch break.
In the sewer.
In the sewer. How do you get
Sewer
hard with
rats.
like other people's shit smell?
We would dap up Raphael and Michelangelo.
I was just gonna say,
What's
were
up,
the
Master
turtles
Splitter?
there?
How do you
No, we'd go back on our lunch break. Like sometimes they'd make me go into the sewer, and, like
Mhm.
put on a hazmat suit,
Yeah.
and then we go back on our lunch break. They're just on like fucking Bang Bros. I was just like, dude, what the fuck?
Was it
man?
a certain like group of people, like ethnicity?
No, it was pretty
It was all
Mixed.
white
pretty
dudes.
open. Spanish dudes, black dudes, white dudes,
And everybody's just on like
watching porn at lunch. Yeah,
Maybe
Sharing
the sewer
porn?
does something to you.
oh, look at this.
I think they just got smartphones and were just excited to
Yeah.
explore the web.
Oh my God.
But that's when I was like 19 at that time. I wanted to like be in the UFC and like train martial arts nonstop every day. So I was
Yeah.
just like reading books, and I was like, oh, I can't associate with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, save the nut.
For real, for no reason.
Yeah, for no reason.
Hell
After
no.
like, did you like hold off? Were you abstinent for like a certain period of time?
Like
on
jerking
purpose?
off, yeah.
Yeah. How
Yeah, for
how
a
like
while.
wild was that first nut after? They like hit the ceiling.
It was like the face huggers in Alien when they burst through the body.
yeah. Was it just like a loaded shotgun? It was just like.
Yeah, it was kind of like that, honestly. You ever watch Nickelodeon Slime Time Live? It's kind
yeah.
of like that.
Gross.
Oh shit.
What are you fucking? You cooking steak on this thing?
Gonna complain? Give it back.
Oh my god.
That has THC oil in it.
This is like a vibrator on
Slash
like a
sugar.
chatterbait like site. This is it's got to be that warm.
Mm-hmm.
Sugar.
Live sugar, is that what they call it these days? That's some of the live sugar.
You're holding it.
I'm cooling it down. I'm doing heat transfer from metal to skin.
Don't be a baby. Just smoke it.
Branding yourself with their logo on it.
Basically. Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh man.
I had to stop training though, because like martial arts is one of those things where it's like if you're not all in, you're gonna fight someone who is, and they're gonna
Mhm.
fuck you up.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, like I can't like balance doing the graphic design thing, launching it on my own.
That's what keeps you in check though, I think, because I know I can't fight somebody that's like trained to fight.
Exactly.
If you don't know how to fight, I'll fight you, and I'll probably whoop your ass, or I'll get my ass whooped.
Or someone just lies to you, like, oh, I don't know what
Yeah.
I'm doing, just like
Or
slips
like
and
a
hits
ringer.
you. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. You never know until you know.
Yeah, that's why once I started training martial arts, I was like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna fuck with people because there could be some
I've
killers
had a lot
out
of
there.
pent up energy. I want to start sparring, and like I want to.
Have you ever trained martial arts?
Yeah, I did jujitsu for like 3 or 4 years, but as
But, like,
like a
striking?
child.
Oh,
No, like grappling and stuff too. Like it
some of like punch in the face hard will just like instantly humble you.
was all like
You know what I'm
different
saying? Like,
katas,
just,
like,
like-
blocking defense movements. You know, it's very defensive. It's all about like
Jujitsu?
unarming and like preventing an attack
Yeah,
to submit. Like so it's like more submission to me. I think,
yeah.
but there are strikes, and I'd rather not hit somebody anyway. Like I don't want to be responsible for like pushing somebody and then their head hit in like the parking spot rod that broke off and it just pierces their head or something. Like there's crazy accidents.
Jesus.
Yeah, right.
I mean, yeah, that shit happens though. I knew this girl that like her boyfriend got into like some fight or some shit and like pushed this dude and like he just went in a coma
yeah,
What?
and he's like fighting a case over it.
it's wild. Like
Yeah.
anything can happen. That's why I try to not be like non-confrontational.
It's like the more you know about fighting, the less you're trying to do it. You know, because you're just like,
Yeah.
all right, I know what super good people can do, and they will fucking kick my head off, punch my head off.
Yeah, that too.
You know, shit's scary.
But it's good enough to know how to defend yourself at least.
Yeah, that's important too.
Because
But
like
people
once
today
you're
are fucking
unconscious,
crazy.
like your body's just defenseless.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. Like you see those like world star hip hop videos of people just like knocking somebody out and then just like keep hitting them over and
Yeah.
over
So
again.
fucked
You're
up.
just
Yeah,
like,
like,
bro,
what are you
you
gonna
already
do?
won. Like you
Yeah.
have to like
Yeah.
break his nose while he's unconscious.
At that point, it's just like extreme.
Hell yeah.
Like bum fighting, extreme bum
For
fighting.
bum fights,
Talk about like the peak of the internet, dude. Like,
dude. 2 girls, 1 cup, bums
yeah,
fights. That shit was
it
right up there.
all there. Like Pain Olympics.
Oh my god.
You ever watch Pain Olympics? Dude cut open his nutsack. Like,
With like the razor
Ow.
wire.
Chris just jerked off the Pain Olympics.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
I've been to some dark places.
Some red rooms on the Silk Road.
You don't know me.
Yo.
You don't want to know.
We used to go on Silk Road all the time. We had Bitcoin like back in the day. Like
What?
2013.
Really?
Buying weed, like selling ecstasy and shit like that.
Wow.
Like if we held on to that, me and my friend did the math. It was just like, God damn it.
Yeah. I didn't
But,
even
like-
know crypto was like that at that time.
Really? It was really my friend. He's like a computer whiz, fucking
Mhm.
genius. But he was just like, yeah, we'll ship it to your house, right? And I was like, yeah, sure. So he just showed me like on byproduct on how to do it.
On how to like trade Bitcoin for marijuana.
Yeah, or just like purchase shit on the Silk Road. Like, dude, we
Yeah.
were seeing like hitmen for like $4,000, $5,000.
I was just in like the classifieds ad of where'd you like Craigslist? Yeah, Craigslist ads.
They have that classified.
They had like classified like adult classifieds ads on Craigslist at the time, and it'd be like,
That's a whole segment you could do on this show, just going through
Dude.
classified Craigslist
yeah, my friends
ads.
went to like some wild parties.
I went on a date off Craigslist one time.
Really?
You're lucky
Yeah.
you came back.
Yeah, I
honestly.
am.
Yeah,
He
you
was
are.
really fucking weird. I thought it was a joke, honestly.
Well,
I
it's
really thought it was a
Craigslist.
joke, and then it was
What
not.
was what did the ad say?
I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
And you went.
I went. Yeah.
It's just
the
usually
Red
like
Bank.
M for F or F for M, like looking for blah blah blah.
Oh, male for female, male, female
He
for
had
male.
a picture. There was a
You know the
picture
lingo.
on-
You must
I
be on
did.
there.
I was. I don't make this shit up. This is real facts.
Damn.
My mouth to your ears.
Those dating sites scare me though.
They're wild.
They should.
I mean, that's why they had to regulate it with like Tinder and like Bumble and like all these other things now that are out. Grinder, you know.
If you swing for that team.
Yeah. What's like
Yeah.
lesbian Grinder? Is it just still Grinder?
Um,
Do they have like a fucking Scissor Sisters app? Like,
That's
I
the
don't-
name. I
I
couldn't
don't
think of something
know.
funny.
yeah.
That's
I'm
hilarious.
not sure. I could find out though.
Who knows? They have everything.
If you're like a female and or whatever you classify as, if you have a vagina and you like vaginas,
Well, yeah, but
What
you
app
can
do you
set
find that on?
Like you can go on Hinge and you could say I'm a woman who likes women,
Yeah.
and then it'll filter.
I mean,
it
to
that
be
way.
honest, the most pussy I've ever gotten off of an app was probably like Facebook or MySpace. So like,
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
Like social media is like that. Honestly though, I
Why
feel
do
like
you need
girls have
dating
an
apps?
easy time finding other girls.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, girls. Yeah, I could see both. Girls get whatever the fuck they want sexually. It's really up to them.
And like
Except for when they want something and they can't obtain it, it drives them insane. Where we just don't fixate on that. We go on to the next moving, blood pumping organism.
Nice.
there you go. Blood pumping organism.
Okay.
That's how I view women. No, I'm just
Wow.
kidding. I really don't.
Who hurt you?
That was my vice at one point.
Oh.
It was just toxic pussy.
It's
But,
probably A1 though. It's probably good.
Yeah, A1 is not even it's caviar, my friend.
Caviar.
On that note, all of John's information is going to be in the link in the description below. Follow us, like, and subscribe. We're here every week. Stay clouded.